Welcome to Wisconsin Women. You're joining us here at Bachman's Pools, Spas, and Saunas. And if you have been thinking of getting any of those, now is a good time because they have some demo models that they're ready to put on sale for
And
you.
I'm ready to jump in. We got a nice one behind us.
So stick with us, and later on we'll meet with one of the owners and learn exactly which of those demo items are going to be available with their big sale. Sounds kind of cool. Great opportunity, right?
Yes.
All right. Right now we're talking about your health, specifically your thyroid health, ladies. And joining us right now is Dr. Ashley Woyak. And she's brought a patient with her, Kaitlin Steve. And this is Forward Natural Health. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing in your guest. Welcome, Kaitlin.
Thank you very much.
So, Kaitlin, you've been seeing Dr. Ashley for thyroid health issues. I'm wondering, what were some of the issues and symptoms you were experiencing?
Sure. So I was diagnosed when I was 11, and I'm 23 now, so it's been about 12 years. The main symptoms that I've experienced were unexplained weight gain, despite being active and healthy, eating healthy, all those things. Nothing could keep the weight off. Excessive sweating, fatigue all the time, no matter if I was sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night. Especially growing up as a teenager, I was getting a lot of sleep, still super tired all the time. Thin hair, my hair would fall out in clumps, and it was just, those were the main things. So Dr. Ashley these past couple months.
That sounds really frustrating because it sounds like you were doing all the right things and yet
nothing was happening.
Yeah.
So it's a long journey, but like I said, the past 3 months have been great with Dr. Ashley. So
That's really
That's
nice.
awesome.
You know, it's really interesting because we talk to Dr. Ashley regularly, and one of the topics we cover is thyroid health, and so we talk about those symptoms and recovery and the success stories, but like having someone here explain it and what they've gone through and seeing you, like it's really interesting to put it together. I think one thing I'd like to do is tell our viewers a little bit about what makes it different working with somebody like you who's in natural medicine and how that process differs.
Yeah, and I think that's where Kaitlin got frustrated because she would go to her doctor, and they would say, oh, your values are normal, but she'd have all these symptoms. Or they'd be slightly off, they'd tweak her medication, and she still wouldn't feel great, or maybe feel great for a week or a month, but it was just a roller coaster. They weren't really figuring out like why she was having these issues, you know? So it was more just kind of masking it with a medication. Whereas when I see patients that come into my office, we really figure out like why, what's your root cause? So, you know, same thing with you, we did a pretty extensive blood work panel, you know, to figure out the underlying issues, because a lot of my patients have same symptoms, you know, can't lose weight, they're fatigued all the time, hair's falling out, but the reason one patient's having issues might be completely different than the other. So it's very individualized care, if that makes sense. Like it's not all the same for everyone.
Right, and sometimes to your point, the tests that were given aren't always going to be the complete picture.
Exactly, and that's, you know, you've mentioned most of your doctors only run TSH, and most viewers have probably heard of that or familiar with it, but you know, we did over 9 different thyroid markers for Kaitlin, and one of them was way off. It's like, well, your doctor never would have checked that, you know, so we figured out why that was going on and addressed it.
that must have been so exciting for you.
It was a huge relief to have Dr. Ashley go in depth more than what I already thought was happening at my normal doctor. So it's been a huge relief and very exciting to find out the causes of all my symptoms and starting to work on those problems. So it's been great.
So how long have you been seeing Dr. Ashley, and what's it been like working with her?
Sure. So about a little over 3 months now. It's been amazing. Like I said, over 12 years of all these symptoms, and just to have some relief these past 3 months with all of these different steps that we're taking after the lab work and just dieting and all these other supplements that we've been taking advantage of. It's been really great working with her. So it's a
To add to that, you recently went off one of your thyroid medications. She was on 2 different thyroid meds, recently went off of one and still feeling great, and working with her other doctor to maybe get your other dosage lowered or off soon.
So you're able to taper back. I can't imagine how frustrating, and I wanted to connect that for viewers at home. If you're in that boat where you're having some of these symptoms and you're being told that you can't find anything wrong, you know, maybe get a second opinion. And what's the best way to get in touch with you if they are feeling like that might be
Yeah,
them.
definitely. I offer free consults in my office. That's kind of how we talked and met and whatnot. And then so I can get an idea of what's going on with you and explain kind of how I approach things, and we can kind of go from there. So I always tell patients go to my website or give our office a call.
All right,
So-
Dr. Ashley, thank you so much. That's she's with Forward, actually the owner of Forward Natural Medicine. So if you're looking for relief and answers, Forward Natural Medicine, give them a shot. We'll be right back.